How's it going today, Jera? I'm Jera Sky. If you're new here, don't forget to take a look around, give my channel a little glimpse, and subscribe before you leave. Today we are going to be talking about seeing the good in the bad. Seeing the good and the bad. So, first thing you gotta do is stop thinking that you're special and that bad things only happen to you. Because they don't. They happen to everyone in varying degrees and at different times in their life. So the other day I was trying to take a nap and I couldn't shut my brain off. Can't remember why. Couldn't shut my brain off and I just started going through all this stuff and I started thinking about why am I so scared to go and travel alone? Because I've got this trip to Japan coming up and I'm really nervous and scared to go alone. I just am. And I was like, why is that? And then I remembered, I was like, oh yeah. When we first moved to Los Angeles, the first month we were here, it was Thanksgiving Eve. We were going to go get our Thanksgiving supplies from the grocery store. Brandon was riding a scooter and I was riding my skateboard. And as we passed by this giant black girl at the bus stop, she tried to kick me off my skateboard. So I stopped and I was like, what the f***? Confronted her. And then she started chasing me and I ran. And then I was like, I can't outrun her because she's got way longer legs than me. I ducked down and then I just took a beating from a stranger for nothing. Luckily, Brandon did look back, see me getting beat up. He had to pull the girl off of me. We called the cops. They wouldn't do anything. They were like, this isn't an emergency. And I was like, somebody just beat me up. This is an emergency and they're about to get away. They're about to hop on the bus and leave. And then they put me on hold. So they could never get through to the cops and it didn't matter because she got on the bus. Impossibility to report anything. All it would have acknowledged is that, yes, you did in fact get beat up. What was the point I was trying to make? So after that happened, I had very severe amount of PTSD, of which pretty sure I still have some residual of it from that experience. In that, I didn't go out for a month straight after that. I was so scared to go outside because I was terrified. It's terrifying to get beat up by a stranger. But ever since, I'm always way more on alert than I used to be. I don't try not to confront anybody anymore, even just not worth it. But that's one of the reasons that I am scared to travel alone. Because what if I open my big fat mouth that I love to talk with and I say something, pisses somebody off, and they beat the crap out of me again? Or what if I get abducted? What if I get kidnapped? What if I get lost? What if something else happens? That's why I think this trip is so important. Because after I break this fear of going alone, but I'm thinking that this trip is probably going to be one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life. So even though that thing was so bad and it's impacted my life a great deal, there's a good part to it. There's a good reason. It kept me more alert. I am in Los Angeles. It's not the safest city. It can be dangerous here. There are a lot of people. So it kept me more thoughtful, more mindful about the things that I did instead of just going around doing things willy-nilly. Giving a little bit more thought if I was going to go out alone at night. You know? Be careful. Who knows? Maybe it saved my life. We don't know. We don't know what the impact of that event was. But that was something super crappy that happened to me. And I'm sure you guys have had crappy things happen to you too. It's not the worst stuff that's happened to me. I've had other stuff happen to me. But everybody has stuff happen. What seems like the most terrible thing that could be happening to you right now might actually end up being for the best. When I went bankrupt a few years ago, I just felt like my whole world collapsed. And I was like, how did I mess up so bad? How did I do this? I did exactly what my mother did. But guess what? I managed to learn from it. And it's helped me on my minimalism journey. It's helped me become this awesome person. It's helped me keep zero debt. It was something bad, but I learned a lot about money because of it. Because you have to take some courses, some bankruptcy courses to complete your bankruptcy. And there was some factoids in there that I didn't know beforehand. It made me start seeing my life more as something that I did have control over, instead of feeling wildly out of control of it. So it was a bad thing, but it turned into a good thing. Now I'm grateful for it. If I hadn't learned all that stuff, I could still be, doing the consumerist thing. Struggling. Trying to buy new stuff. Not getting to go on this month-long adventure. All these bad things that happen to you can really be leading you up to some of the most wonderful things that happen to you because you make different choices than you would have had it not happened. So when we see an event as bad, we're only seeing the short term of it. You're not seeing the long-term causation of it. And you don't know if why that happened is why this awesome thing that is happening in your life right now is happening. You don't know. So if you start looking at everything like, okay, I'm thankful I'm not dead. I'm going through this, make it through it. It's gonna be something, there's a reason for it. I'm gonna learn something from this. Every time something bad happens, you're like, okay, what is the universe trying to teach me? The universe is trying to teach me something. Clearly I'm not getting something right. What am I not getting right? What is it? When you get a parking ticket, keep getting parking tickets, doing the same thing over and over and over. What is the universe trying to teach me? Maybe it's saying, hey, get rid of your car, you don't really need it. Or maybe it's saying, hey, you need to move. Because the first year we were in Los Angeles, we got well over $1,000 worth of parking tickets. So much money. You're welcome, Los Angeles. But we did end up learning that you never get an apartment in Los Angeles that does not have a parking spot if you plan on driving, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. That $1,000 in tickets also doesn't include the hundreds of dollars we paid for parking that year too. Like in this garage and then my car got broken into when it was in the garage. What was the universe trying to tell me? It was trying to say, get rid of your freaking car. You don't need it. It's a money pit. That's what it was trying to tell me. But I loved it. It was a hot pink Honda Civic. Somebody destroyed it when they were drunk. And then it got broken into. So many things. I can't remember what order that happened, but it's okay. Because now I appreciate when I do have a car and when I don't. Super grateful that rideshare exist now. I got on a wild off tangent. So when something bad happens to you, try to take a moment, instead of just being furious, stressing yourself out, going crazy, being awful, take a second, 1 second, and go, what is the universe trying to teach me? What is it trying to teach me? What's happening right now? Because bad things happen to everybody. You're not special in that. That's how the world works. They happen at different times in people's lives, different places, different varying amounts, different degrees. We don't know why, but we do know if you are still alive and that bad thing happens, you can learn from it. Use it as a learning experience. Turn it into something positive instead of something negative, okay? All right, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to put some comments in the comment section below. And subscribe if you're new here. Alright, I'm Jera, and I gotta go. Is that a mess?